All right, I'll start us off. Here we go. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. This is a true delight because I not only get to spend time with someone who I consider a dear friend, a fellow beauty professional, one of the most inspiring female leaders that I have in my circle that I get to call friend and mentors me beyond belief in these amazing moments that we get together. But my good friend, Leslie Perry, the executive director of the Professional Beauty Association. I am so excited that you get to sit and talk with me today. Welcome.
Thank you. I didn't think you were talking about me. That was quite an introduction. So thank you for that. It's very humbling, but I feel the same about you. I just it's so amazing that our paths have crossed in this industry, and now at a personal level, it just is even more fulfilling for me too. So I appreciate this opportunity too.
Oh my gosh, you're such a dear friend. And I love that when we come together through connection, you and I feel like over 1 hour that we get to spend together, we're like, well, we've solved world hunger and the beauty industry is going to be, thriving and surviving because we're too legit to quit. I see that. And we don't stop. We get it, get it. Yes, absolutely. I know that so many of our viewers and listeners are professionals and specifically young professionals in their career. And, I would be remiss to talk about how, and it would be in service to talk, if I didn't talk about 20 years ago, me being behind the chair, I didn't even know how to a graduated Bob, let alone what potential of resources and connectivity that this industry really has at our fingertips. And I think that's really this kind of call to action is bringing these viewers up to speed with maybe what they're missing with the PBA and starting with your role as a PBA, but also like what is the Professional Beauty Association? I think there's sometimes a question that floats in the air with our professionals that are like, well, I don't know what that is and I don't want to ask. There's almost like a fear around that. So I would love to break down some of that fear and give some opportunity and share what I truly believe to be the pivotal change in my career as a professional, which is becoming a member of the PBA. So I would love to hear your role and tell us a little bit about what the PBA is.
I'll start with what is PBA and what is a trade association. It's trade associations have historically been around for hundreds of years, whether it's for nurses, for doctors, plumber, I mean, you name the career and there is likely a trade association. What we do as the trade association, you've said it a couple of times, we consider ourselves the ultimate connector. So we connect all parts of our incredible industry together into one. So whether it's manufacturers, distributors, salon owners, and licensed professionals, all can come together and learn and grow from each other. So that's why we exist, is to keep professional beauty professional, to elevate, to unite us all together. Because I have a feeling that many of the individuals watching chose a career in this industry for the same reason I did and the same reason you did. And that is, I was driven with a desire to have creativity, and I had a natural talent for some of the things that I ultimately chose to do in the industry. But deeper than that, I wanted to do something that made an impact in someone else's life. And I also knew that being a doctor or nurse or medical field wasn't for me, but that's the really cool thing about what we do. We're the only other profession that lays hands on individuals for a living and can truly change the trajectory of their day, their week, their year, their life by the work that we do. I know that people who feel called to do that also feel called to connect, but sometimes don't know how to connect and are afraid to reach out. I also think since the pandemic, it's harder to connect with people in real life, even though we talk about this a lot. There's a craving for us to want to connect in person, but yet we're still distracted by these things and we're not truly connecting. And so that's one of our main goals at PBA, is to help people truly connect. Yes, some of it is virtual like we're doing today, but other parts of it, there are opportunities that exist in this industry every day, every week, where you can find, and if you come to the PBA, even our website, to our calendar of events, you can find places where people like you are coming together and connecting. So I would say that's the main purpose of why we exist, is to connect you. And also, especially when you're young in your career, there's no better time to get involved in PBA, because we can help you find things in your career that you never knew existed. And we can connect you to amazing people like yourself and other salon owners across the country who you can learn from and grow from, who face similar challenges, but maybe in a different region of the country. And you're not necessarily competitors, and you can share and grow together. So that's, I could go on and on. I'm very passionate about what we do at PBA and how we can truly make this industry the best it's ever been for the next generation coming up.
Well, your passion always exudes, and I think it's what draws us together. I know it's my number one core cultural value is passion, because this industry grabbed a hold of me and it never let go. And for all of our watchers and listeners, I share that so regularly. It is about the passion that connects us all. But I think that PBA truly does unite the most forward with good intention professionals. It really creates this momentum of this membership that brings us all together to actually do something. It's not just lip service, and it's not just like, oh, I'm a PBA member, which also everybody out there, it is so easy to become a PBA member. We'll walk you through that process, but once you are a member, it's not just like, oh, it's like a gym that you never use. Like, that's not what it's about. It truly is putting action, and the PBA asks us as professionals, what do you need as a salon owner, as a professional? How can we serve and be of service so that we can all grow together? And that's what I really love, is the community aspect of it is truly so incredible. I am so mad, and I kick myself all the time that I didn't know the power of the PBA, because for so long until I knew. And so for everybody who's hearing this, I'm telling you right now, this is a gift to run with, and really jump into seeing what your career could potentially be unlocked as being a member of PBA. Not only you did touch on our profession staying professional, and the PBA does a lot of work to ensure that, and maybe just a few little nuggets that you could share as to the hard work. I mean, that is grueling work that us professionals sit back and get to hear that the PBA does, but you guys put a lot of action in place to keep us at the top of our game in the eyes of all industries. So what are some of those things that PBA does?
We have an incredible government affairs team. Government affairs sounds like this big scary thing, but what their role is in our industry is they work both at the federal level nationally and then at the state level, to ensure that our interests are heard, to ensure that legislators across the country have a better understanding of what on earth we do in professional beauty. There's a lot of different narratives out there about what we do, that some of them more negative than others, and perceptions that individuals might have of the work that we do. And so we work to make sure that they are better educated and understand what it really means to be a licensed professional, the economic impact that drives everything that we do. I mean, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, from the service side to the retail and product side. So our government affairs team has connections across the country in every state and federally, to advocate on behalf of what we see as the best things for our industry. And number one for us is that we maintain licensure. We firmly believe in our pro-licensure for our occupation, that it's important that we maintain that it sets a level of standards and credentialing and competency that just kind of sets a level playing field across the board for what we do. And a lot of states and legislators don't necessarily see it that way. And so our government affairs team does spend quite a bit of time at the state level in particular, making sure that those states understand why we believe in licensing and what that does for the professionalism of the industry, especially from the safety and sanitation perspective of what we learn as licensed professionals. So, yeah, I mean, that's just one part of the thing. I mean, there are other, issues that happen, whether it's manufacturing or different policies and legislation that comes down that we believe is either good for us or maybe negative for us as an industry, that we take action. Those are also opportunities for our members to get involved, again, in something that you may never have imagined that you would do. We've had salon owners testify at legislative hearings about the importance of tax fairness. This year, we passed the tax fairness legislation nationally, which I know for you, you're like, oh my goodness, finally. But there's opportunities if that's something that you've thought or maybe never thought of, but oh my gosh, I could do that. Like I could make that kind of an impact on my profession and my career by getting involved. There are ways for you to get involved at that level with us at PBA. And you had mentioned the sense of community. What I love about what we've created at PBA with our entire team is that we firmly believe in that connection. And so we have team members that are dedicated to each type of member that we have as well. So when you send an email to us, for example, it doesn't get read and responded to by a chat bot. It's true. Like there are literally, we're small and mighty, but there are a team of us that actually read and respond to emails and reach out to you. And I'm super proud to say that we have several licensed professionals on our team, including a licensed barber, licensed cosmetologist, and then two of us, myself included, are licensed estheticians. And that just is just indicative of how important we place our licensed professional at the center of everything we do.
It's so amazing to know that piece of it. I think it's so, so cool that for those that are working at the PBA, you know what it's really like to be a professional. And that really gives this peer-to-peer support. And I truly value that component of what the PBA does bring to all of the members who are working with the PBA to then membership out. It's just one ring of that tree that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And you are small but mighty because it is a mighty, mighty tree that the PBA gives a lot of coverage for all of us. So, and of course, we have other things such as programs for young students, because we may even have a few of our listeners and viewers here that are still waiting to get that professional paper in their hot little hand and get their career started. I mean, that is such a big deal to be a professional cosmetology student. PBA supports those individuals as well.
We love students. And I think for me, so we have a program called Beacon. And when I started at PBA about 7 years ago, that was my first role that I had at PBA, was really taking that program and starting to evolve that program to what it's becoming today. But it's this idea, they're our future. It's the future generation, and we want to support students in every step of their career so they truly understand that maybe if you get your license, you start working in a salon and, ooh, maybe that wasn't what I want to do, but you don't have to leave the industry. I see that a lot too, where it's not what I thought it was. I'm going to become a real estate agent or something, which is nothing wrong with that either if you have a passion for it. But there's so many other roles in our industry where you can play a pivotal role with the experience that you have as a licensed professional. And again, PBA can help guide you through that. One way we do that is with our program called Beacon. And it is a really, it sounds so like cliche to say this, but this is what all the students say every year. They're like, it changed my life. It changed my career. It's life changing. So I tell people it's a life changing program for students. You have to apply to be a part of it. And you may or may not get accepted. It is a high level program that we accept about 150 to 180 students each year. And there are both digital components of it and then 3 days in person at Premier Orlando at the end of May, beginning of June. And that is where we teach you the business side of this industry. We don't do anything with technical education. It's all about building your career, financial health and fitness, and what does it mean to save money and how to save money and how do I make money? We kind of break that down to you to help you understand. No, a salon owner is not taking all of your money from you. That's not that's not the business model that it's based upon. And I think the biggest part, and we keep talking about it, is the connection piece. And last year during our class, our 2025 class of Beacon, 11 of the students were placed nearly immediately after Beacon in salon homes across the country because of salon owners they met on site and got connected to as a part of the program. And so this is where we're really starting to build that for 2026. So if anyone here is either just finishing school or if you attended school at any point in 2025, even if you've recently graduated, you can still apply for Beacon. It closes in the middle of January. So if you're watching it, go to our website, probeauty.org, check it out and apply. Because it will, I can say with a lot of confidence that it will impact your life and maybe change the trajectory of the career you thought you were going to have.
I could not agree more. Oh my goodness. I love Beacon so much. Walking into that room at Premier Orlando, which just everybody knowing that Premier is like the largest of our events that our industry has to offer. It's summertime, we're at Premier. It is, days of just overwhelming excitement, everything from the trade show, but also NAHA being there, the North American Hairstyling Awards. But I have to tell you, Beacon, when I walked into that room for the first time, and the door opened and the entire Beacon student body all erupted in one loud cheer. I just had
The
goosebumps head
energy.
to toe. It brought me back to the excitement that this career and this industry has to offer at the very beginning stage, but reminded me 20 years in why I love it so much, and to be able to be part of sort of the speed dating around every table at Beacon and meeting the students and answering their questions. Gosh, it was just so fulfilling. And so I want to be like, every second I can be around Beacon, I'm like, tell me, like, when, sign me up, I'm there, because Beacon is something so, so special, so special. So yeah, for everybody who is and I think it's a great point to remember that you don't have to be just in school waiting for your hot little hand to hold that professional paper, that you could have graduated within this year is a great takeaway. So call to action, check out Beacon. And then also, NAHA is an amazing celebration of the artistry, the pure professional talent, the heart of an artist being celebrated on an incredible stage. I know people throw around that word, that phrase NAHA, all the time, and people might not know what that is. So I know I kind of quickly said it, but I want you to take it away with what NAHA is and what it means to you.
NAHA, so it stands for North American Hairstyling Awards, and it is the pinnacle of awards and artistry in our industry. We affectionately internally refer to it as like the Oscars, right? Like we really intentionally we do make that NAHA experience one that is unmatched by any other experience you might get. I mean, we literally roll out the red carpet and you get that experience, and there are media lined up to do interviews and lights and gowns and glamour and glitz, and it just truly, like, it gets you that feel like you're on the red carpet of a major awards show, because it's a major awards show. There are 16 categories, and anything from avant-garde to texture, hair color, hair cutting, inspiring salon of the year, which 27 the salon won in 2025 for all of the incredible inspirational work that you and your team do.
Still crying.
It truly is. And what I love about, I mean, what we're starting to do with Nahan, we have some secrets that we're announcing early in 2026 that I can't divulge, but I will say this: watch our social media, because we're starting at the beginning of the year. We'll be starting to do some teasing of what's coming, some exciting news happening for
My gosh.
2026.
PBA is like Taylor Swifting this. You got little nuggets. Okay, listen, I'm a fan. I'll be watching like crazy.
So little nuggets, because we really believe that NAHA deserves to be upheld to that level, and that when you attend NAHA, you deserve to feel like you are the most special person in the room, whether you're nominated or you're a friend of someone who's cheering everyone on, or our Beacon students all get to attend as well. We want everyone to have that feeling that we are part of something so cool and so amazing, and we want to celebrate that in a way that is elevated and elegant and fun, and just so many, and again, professional. That's at the center of what we do. So yes, I wish I could. I'm just so excited about all the things to come, but it's coming soon. Just a couple more weeks, and then a lot of surprises will be out.
Oh, I'm here for it. I am here for it. I'll be staying tuned for sure. But Naha, the very first time I ever saw Naha was nearly 2 decades prior to, oh gosh, that sounds crazy to say, but it was a long time prior to, but it was my first show to go to as a young professional. And my eyes were so open to the possibility of what true artistry looked like. And so for anybody who hasn't seen what a Naha collection looks like, or the categories that are the 16 categories that are offered up for the competition purposes, but it really truly is celebrating the best of the best. And it changed my life to see that show. And then to go back all those years later and to stand on the stage and win for Inspiring Salon, I think that was, I could have just been like, well, retirement now, we're good. Check that box. But instead, I'm like, what's more and what's next to come? Because that's what we do as artists. Like, we continue to push, and we push the envelope. And so thank you to the PBA for celebrating beautiful and incredible, amazing, air-defying, absolutely wild and creative, highly technical collections. And then, to your point, making the artist feel celebrated. And it's, without a doubt, there's nothing like it. So Naha, we'll see you all there, and I can't wait for those extra surprises to come. So, well, I'm so grateful
They're
for.
very good. That's all I can say. They're very good. From the theme that we're going to be announcing, the theme, which is, I love it, and some other big surprises that are coming along the way.
Well, I'm glad I haven't bought an outfit yet, so I'll wait for the theme. Okay, perfect. I know as we're winding down here, it would be so short-sighted if we didn't say that the PBA also does so many things for charity and for good give back in the community, teaching us as professionals that we can make a difference. So kind of on the heels of winning for Inspiring Salon 2025, that is a mission that's dear and near to my heart, to Chet's heart as well, and everybody at 27 the Salon. We really believe in the power to do more outside of our doors for the community. And sometimes that is bringing the community inside of our doors, but PBA is a great resource and demonstrator of how to make a difference. So there's a few things that I'm sure you could share as we wind down on an inspiring note, but let our listeners know.
Yeah, absolutely. There's like kind of two sides to the work that we do from a charity perspective. What you're referring to is one in particular is what we call our Cut It Out program. It is a completely free training program for licensed professionals to help you recognize the signs of domestic violence in your clients, and then not only recognize those signs, but understand, well, what do I even say? How do if someone does start to confide that type of thing in me, like, what do I even do? So we teach you then how to recognize the signs, how to respond appropriately, because we also know we joke about the fact that we're therapists or therapists, but we know none of us are actually, well, many of us, I mean, some might be, but not a licensed therapy professional. So we don't expect you to do that. And then how to refer that client to the help that they need to get locally to them. There are free materials you can order to have in your salon so that you can put them in places like in the restroom where people can grab it very discreetly, put it in a pocket, a handbag, whatever, if they are facing it or know someone who is. And we're revamping the entire training this year too to make it, again, everything's about elevating, not just elevating our members, but elevating the work we do so that you can be elevated as well. So that training program exists. That's free for anyone, even those who maybe are not yet PBA members. The other side of our charities is if you yourself are experiencing need, we're here for you. So everything that we do from a financial charitable perspective stays within our industry. So we actually have a fund available for professionals who have faced domestic violence themselves. We call it Strength and Beauty. And you can apply for funding to help you get the just emergent money that you need. If you've left a situation, you need to get back on your feet. We also help you find new employment if you had to move and can't find somewhere to work. Again, we use the power of our connections across the country to help you get back on your feet again with that program. But we have other scholarships available, hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships available for continuing education and training. And then should disaster strike, which it sucks that it does almost every year, whether it's a natural disaster like, fires last year in California, hurricanes, floods, et cetera. We have, again, funding available to you so that you can get emergent needs that you to take care of that, as well as a new emergency fund that covers things that are not natural disasters. So God forbid you break your wrist and you can't work. What do I do? Apply for the emergency fund and get yourself a little bit of cash. Again, it's not meant to be life-changing money, but it's meant to be get you through this period of time that I need to get through right now money. So yes,
Well,
there's a
the
lot.
PBA bridge is a lot. The bridge is there. You built the bridge. So good. So good. Oh, I am just so grateful for all of the hard work that I know you do as your friend. I know how driven you are, but also it is without a doubt how you share about the PBA in every channel, in person, in virtual, whatever it is that you do, and your team as well. It is not lost on all of us how much you deeply care about this industry, how much you want to see the success of it, just as I do. But I'm so grateful for everything that you yourself and your team does for the PBA to make us all have what we need to survive and thrive and flourish, because beauty is beautiful and it's here to stay. It's here to stay. So thank
Absolutely
you so
is.
much. So everybody needs to go to professionalbeauty.org,
Probeauty.org. Yep.
probeauty.org,
Mhm.
and you cannot miss the button that says become a member.
And if you don't want to do it that way, if you want a little hand holding, we offer that too. Send an email. There's a button you can send an email, or it's simple. It's info@probeauty.org. And again, like I told you, legitimately, we don't use chatbots. So a human being reads it and responds to you within a day, to make sure that you get the information that you need.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for
You
sharing.
for the
I
time.
hope everybody takes this and runs with it.
Me
And
too.
runs
Thank
with it. Well,
you.
I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for everything. And everybody, you got a call to action. We'll see you at Naha with all the surprises. Thank you, Leslie, so
Thank
much.
you.